Okay, my students, I highly recommend you don't eat 3 Snicker bars in a row. I had to take an hour off to kind of get rid of the sugar. Okay. Hey, we did some OR. That's when you combine. Some books call it compound inequalities. Some call it combined inequalities. So there's OR has 3 things a graph can look like. Either the inequalities are going together, so they're both greater than or they're both less than. So if that happens, let's start over. An OR says only one condition has to be met for the whole statement to be true. So wherever there's shading, that's part of the answer. Well, notice anything in the smaller graph or shorter graph is already part of the longer one. So if it's in the same direction, the answer has to be the shorter one. Now, if it's going in opposite directions, you put the shading in, Notice you have 2 points and then boom. Now it could be open points, closed points, but away from each other. Now this one, here we have greater than 3. Here we have less than 5. Notice everything is shaded. So it's all reals. So either you get a graph that's going in one direction and it's the longer one, or you have 2 dots away from each other, or you have all reals. That's the only thing that can happen with an OR. Now with an OR, you solve and then graph both parts. So x is greater than 2. This one you divide by -3. Remember, whenever you multiply or divide by negative, you have to switch the inequality. Now, if you want to just draw one graph, that's okay with me. We have less than -2. We have greater than 2. So this one, divide by 5, x is greater than 2, or multiply both sides by 5, x is greater than 50. So if you want to draw both, that's okay with me. So you would have 3 graphs in the end. You can, that would be this. So the final answer would be the longer one, because this is already taken care of here. So there we go. X is greater than 2 would be our final answer. So this one, you solve each part, so you subtract 1, multiply by 2. Here I'm going to divide both sides by -1. So x is less than -10. So I have graphs going in opposite directions. Whee! So I want you to do these 2 graphs, solve and then graph, I should say, and then turn me back on. Well, let's do this. Look at this. Look at this. That kind of won't fit on the screen. Do it and then turn back on. Okay, here we go. So this is 6x minus 18. Distribute -3, so it's minus 3x plus 12 is greater than x. So you get 3x minus 6 is greater than x. I'm going to subtract x, 3x minus x, and I'm going to add 6. So divide by 2. X is greater than 3. Here, x, another way to look at this, is less than 6. So you have less than 6. You have greater than 3. Hey, it's all reals. Is that what you got, my students? Okay, this one, distribute a half. 2x minus 3 is greater than or equal to x plus 1. Subtract x. Add 3. So x is greater than or equal to 4. Here, divide by negative 5. X is greater than or equal to 2. Now remember with OR, it's the longer one. So the longer one would be 2. Hey, do something nice for someone today. How about don't put your little brother in a headlock today? Wouldn't that be nice? Have a good day.